then I'll show you guys the pricing engine and find out. Let's look into it. So let's say $800,000 sales price with 20% down. We can click first time home buyer, and you can put the qualifying income at 8,000 or anything under AMI. Then you'll be able to have HomeReady, Home Possible pricing that pops up. And when you click the affordable and standard, you'll be able to pull out the 80% AMI or 100% AMI product. Why it's not showing? Let's deselect standard and run it again. There we go. So HomeReady 30, Home Possible 30 comes up. So depending on the situation, depending on the, let's say 95% LTV, then the MI, monthly MI will be significantly reduced. And it automatically calculates using national MI, but you can calculate it separately to receive the lower reduced MI from the investors. And when the LTV is now greater than 80%, this button comes up, subordinate financing. For the affordable product, let's say if we have 50,000, there we go. Let's assume that we have a second trusted first-time home buyer down payment assistant of $40,000. Then the LTV is at 100. With that in mind, if you submit it, I don't think it's gonna run. You need minimum of 3% down. Let's run it again. Let's change the scenario. LTV at 90. There we go. Now you'll be able to see the MI has been reduced. And even though we have a CLTV at 97 or 95, the pricing still runs. But if we, let's say the par, let's run the par price. I have a fair comparable chart. Par is at 6.25. When you run the regular product, 6.25 again. Now let's remove the income and see what LLPAs we can have. 6.75. 0.5% went up because of that change. So understanding the loan product, whether it was first-time home buyer or not, using the right product, conventional regular product or HomeReady, Home Possible product, rate and results can be very different because this subordinate financing LLPA is impacting the rate at 0.5. That's how much the LLPA is charging and impacting the final rate. Any question on this part? Clicking this button and then pricing out the first-time home buyers. If not, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about the loan structure and pricing. This question came in 3 times last week. So that's why I'm going to record a video and then send it out. But ultimately speaking, I want all of us to equip this LLPA removal and the first-time home buyer benefits so we can correctly quote the rate, term, and fee to these buyers. And next week, I'm going to cover the additional topics about the eligibility of the ownership interest and the employment history and the number of days, listings, and sale of the fix and flip homes. So there are some properties that the first-time home buyers can apply. Some the buyers can't even touch. So we're gonna dive in those second home and investor buyers as well. And possibly we are gonna cover the refinance opportunities as well. How to convert all these opportunities into actual files. I'm seeing a lot of late payments that's being coming up when we do the mortgage refresh at this time. And I'm also seeing FHA transaction receiving late payments after case number is assigned. So I know that we want to submit the file the same day, but don't prematurely, try to open escrow and submit the file. Pull the credit first, identify where the person is at, and then identifying the product needs to be done at the same time. So I'll be here receiving phone calls and helping you to structure the files so that, we can open more transactions. Thank you for hopping on today. Have a great week, and I'll catch you guys next week.